Yeah, it's Bill coming at you from Santa Monica, California. I finally got that right again. That's twice now, I think, in a row. Um, Needless to say, the last couple of days have been nothing but pure chaos for me. I do apologize. I'm still staying as focused as I can, but I tend to try to look at everything in a positive light. So, and when I messed up the whole accounting for the month, if you watch one of the previous films I made, uh, you know, I forgot to. I put everything on auto pay because I can't remember to pay my bills. So when I did that, that kind of started the whole snowball, and it for me it usually just continues to fall on a hill until it's a massive snowball. So anyway, um, it turns out I suppose it's gonna be for the best. We're just gonna start fresh. Coming on, I get my GR on the third is when it comes in. So we're gonna start fresh on the third because I told you in the last post I put on there. There's a bunch of things that's gone on, and I think the last post I put on that really covers anything is the nightmare that happened with my the storage unit that I had rented for July. Uh, anyway, that's turning into, well, it's not a problem for me. It's gonna be a problem for them. Like I said in that other film, uh, you can clearly hear derogatory statements being made to me in regards to my handicap. I mean, it's clear as day. And uh, you know, I didn't ask for anything special. All I asked for was for my key to be left in case I locked my lock, and that way I could get my medication back. Not a huge request, I don't think, and it turned into a big, huge mess. Not for me, I could care less. To me, it's a phone call, and that's it. Uh, anyway. Uh, so, like I said, I try and look at everything in the positive side of things, and so we're just gonna start fresh. Uh, I'll have to find another storage unit. I'm not certain that I can find one with the same deal, but I'm just gonna find the best deal I can, just like everybody else is going to have to. Um, but if I can find it and make it work here in LA, and especially Santa Monica, I'm trying to keep my radius under like 2.5 miles from where I'm at, which leaves me like 6 or maybe 8 locations. So I just gotta pick the best one for me. But again, if I can do it in Santa Monica, uh, I can't think of any place that I've been that you can't do it. So, uh, and I'm not, Santa Monica's nothing special in terms of, we have a great beach and all of that. It's just very expensive here. It's just the way it is. I've never been anywhere ever that's more expensive than here. So, but I'm sure there are places. I've just never been there. Um, so, uh, oddly enough, I found all sorts of great things as far as foam to work with. I, I find it now that I really not searching for it because I'm not going to move it from where I find it to the storage, from storage to the new storage. Just not going to do it. But if I, it's all, it's always there, so it's not like it's a big mist. Although I did find a couple of things today, I'm going to go back and pick up. I will put them in storage because it looked like at least a 6-gallon, and I would say maybe an 8-gallon poly tank, and it's made gray, which is perfect. I'm sure it doesn't need to be, but as far as installing it and inspecting it, it's going to be a lot easier because it's gray. You can say that's the gray water, and either the white or a clear one can be fresh water. Where this one was found, I would never use it for fresh water anyway because I'm not going to tempt whatever was in it. So when I install the fresh water supply, I'll put in a holding tank that I know is approved and new. And but gray water, that's what it's called, is used water. It's perfect for that and free. So I would have grabbed it this morning, but it's not the kind of thing that's gonna disappear. If it does, it does. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. And the reason I say that is you'll find just as frequently you'll find the plastic jerry cans, the 2.5 and 5-gallon plastic gas cans, and they have kerosene that are blue. You can use any of those that are cleaned out, so it's not a huge loss. It's built directly for that, so the inspector's going to like it, but I've never heard of an inspector that's going to complain about the gray water supply tank. It does its job. It holds the fluid from leaking out onto the street. That's all it's supposed to do until you get to a proper station to dump it. So oh, I forgot to say hi, John. Hi, John Taffer. I'm still gonna hound you. In fact, I was close to the office. Wherever you send your inquiries about the show is right here in Santa Monica. I was not there, but I was close to it the other day when I went down to the beach. I don't know. There's not a lot to say right now, so I just wanted to touch base, and I guess that's the biggest thing is that's what I should have been telling you is you'll see there's a bit of a jump between my last postings and the ones that I either did. I can't remember now if I did them last night or this morning. I can't remember. I think I did them this morning when I went to the park. But either way, you'll see there's a time gap in there, and that's just because my lawyers wanted that, like I said, the storage facility made a big mistake, and he just wants those films to be presented at the courtroom, not here. So I apologize. I have them to be reviewed for myself. So anything I think messes with our schedule, I will retape, and I will make sure that I catch you all back up. I might have to put something that says, please go back to this point and follow through until you get to something you recognize, or whatever you have to do. But until that gets settled, those are in my lawyer's hands. So, for now, like I said, I will keep posting for two reasons. Not so much to keep you interested right this minute, because we'll have a couple of, just about 2 weeks before I'm going to get back into anything, unless I find the right place to rent right now. And then I could start. Even then, it's just gonna be easier to keep the accounting. It's almost like it's meant to be a break right now, for some reason, and I don't know what it is. It's just gonna be better if we just hold off until we get a fresh start. Everything can be zeroed out, and other than a few little things that we started at, basically we could start right at zero. And what I will do is, I'm much better talking about my melon, and I still think it's very important that you guys understand it, because I will get off in la la land talking about God knows what, and so I even have to go through and watch them and see where I might have been talking about something and it doesn't make sense. If it doesn't make sense to me, it's definitely not going to make sense to you. So, and I did set it up. I'll get all of the information. We're going to switch from, this is on YouTube. This is fine. But I am going to post everything that is on YouTube is going to be on the Hell Yeah Beverage Facebook site as well, where you'll be able to discuss any of the problems, anything like that. I will check on it at least daily, and maybe several times a day, because during the day, this is really all I'm doing, so it won't be a big deal for me to check on it 2 or 3 times a day, and then I'll do my video taping thing, like I said, usually about the same time. I like the sun to be down low enough where I can still be seen and hear, but it's not glaring in my face. So, I think I did start putting together the list of places. Not that we're even to that point now, but places. I've started putting a list together of where to buy the resins, and I'm working to make some kind of an arrangement where if we'll have a purchasing code or something like that, so that we'll try and get the best pricing with them, buy it through, if I have to open an account, and we'll work it out that way. Somehow, one way or another, we'll get it so everybody gets the same fair pricing, and if for no other reason, just to get better pricing. And I have been thinking about the other things that, like I said, I'm a goal-oriented person. I like, everybody's always looking at the final goal. I like the goals that set each stage. And like I said, I want to have goals, and I don't know, prize isn't necessarily the right word, but rewards, I think, for accomplishing it. And that's how everybody functions. You don't go to work every day and expect to not get a check or reward, which is a check. I'm not going to write a check for everybody's effort to do this, but we can make something happen so that it stays interesting. I don't know if it's recognition of God knows what. It's not like I'm a multi-millionaire that can scribble out checks to everybody. But we'll figure something out so that, there's a recognition for your effort and following that along in it. And, God knows what it is. But we'll figure something out. And that's, if nothing else, that's for me, because I've always done that for myself. No matter who it's for, I have to reward myself for accomplishing it. Even if it was getting my wife a new car, I have to reward myself for the act of accomplishing that and getting that for her. So I do that with everything. So we're going to do that with this. And I haven't figured out the stages or even what the rewarded part might be, but we'll figure it out. And when I do, we'll figure it and put it on here. I'll probably post it right on the Facebook thing, but I'm not too swift with stuff like that. That's why I don't want to. I know a web page these days you can build your own pretty easy, but I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed anymore. And I don't try and kid myself with that. I know my limitations, and there's no reason for me to try and kid myself with that. I know how to build this. I know how to run the business. I know all of the things that I told you and promised you we can do. Those I know. The things I don't, we're going to figure them out. But if you guys are having any issues trying to keep up with something that we're doing for any reason, then tell me, and I'm pretty resourceful. I can figure it out. So I don't want anyone falling behind because they can't keep up with something for some reason. If you're trying and not getting there, then I'll help you figure it out. Alright, with that said, I told you I don't drink anymore. My doctor put me on marijuana, so I'm gonna talk to you later. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye-bye.